Alright, so in this video we're going to be looking at stem and leaf plots. Now, stem and leaf plot is a very useful way of presenting numerical data. You can look at patterns that are happening, and in this video we're going to look at also how to find the mean, mode, median and range from a stem and leaf plot. So let's have a look. If we were given a set of data here, so we've got 6, 10, 7, 11, 21, 20 and 21. So the first thing we need to do is we need to split two sections into a stem, which is on the left, and the leaf, which is on the right. So we start with the smallest value. So the smallest value here is 6. So the 6 goes in the leaf column, and there is actually no number before 6, so we would write a 0 there. The next highest number is 7, so it goes in the same row, so we just put it next to the 6. The next one we have is 10, so the 1 goes in the stem column and the 0 goes into the leaf column. We then have 11, so the 1 goes straight underneath. 20 is next, so we put a 0 there. We've got 21 and we've got 21 again. Now we need to have a key so we know how to read this. So your key might be, just pick a number from there. Let's go with 2-1. And the way you read that is 21. So you would put your key somewhere at the side. So the main features that we have, you must have a title. So whether your title is stem and leaf or heights of the class or length of shoe or something, whatever you're measuring needs to go at the top. Your numbers must be in ascending order. So we're always going from lowest to highest. You see in my stem column, all the numbers are from lowest to highest. Same with my leaves. They're all going from lowest to highest. You must have a key to tell me how to read the stem and leaf plot. Try and have your numbers evenly spaced out so it's not squishy and hard to read. It's nice and neat. And of course, make sure you don't actually miss any numbers, because if you miss a number from this list here, then that's not good, because then we're not displaying the correct data. Let's do another one together. Let's go with 22, 33, 41, 62, 20, 42 and 60. Alright, so let's split our two columns. So on the left we have the stem, and on the right we have the leaf. So our smallest value that we have here is 20. So that's what we start with. So we put the 2 down and the 0 goes in the leaf column. So it is read as 20. The next highest is 22. Now the starting number is still the same, so we just put it next to it over here. We then have 33, so we're starting our next row. We have a 33 there. 41's our next one. 42, so it goes underneath. Now there's nothing in the 50s, but there is something in the 60s. So we have to put the 5 there because it is actually between the minimum and the maximum value. And then we go into the 60s. So we have 60 and then we have 62. So from that, make sure you have your key in there as well. So my key, just going to pick a number. Let's go with 33. And you put that at the side or at the bottom somewhere so it's not interfering with your stem and leaf plot. Alright, let's have a look at finding or analysing data from a stem and leaf plot. So say if we have a stem and leaf plot that looks like this. So you've got your stem and your leaf. And we have 0, 2, 4, 1, 1, 3, 3, 2, 5, 9, and 3, 0. Okay, let's look at some of this statistical data that we need when we analyse stem and leaf plots. So the first one, the easier ones to find, they're not easy, but they're easier, would be your mode. So your mode is the one that features the most. So mode, your most common number that occurs. So you would read your numbers. This is 11, this is 13, and this is 13. So the one that appears the most is actually 13. One of the big mistakes people do is they see this and they write down 3, but the number is actually 13. The next one of the easier ones to find is your range. It is the difference between the highest and the lowest value. So your highest value is the very last numbers in the stem and leaf. So your highest is 30, and then you subtract your lowest, which is 2. So you have a range of 28. Your next one, let's look at our median. So with your median, the best way to do this, everything's already in ascending order, so we partner off. So what we do is we scratch out the highest number on there with the lowest number. Then we put a circle around the next highest. So in this case, it would be 29, and the next lowest would be 4. Keep going. The next highest is 25. The next lowest would be this one. Now you've got two numbers in the middle there, but they are exactly the same number. So even if you add them both together, so 13 plus 13 divided by 2, you will still get 13. All right, your last one is your mean. So with your mean, you add everything together. So you can use a calculator for this in your test. So you would add 2 plus 4, and you'd write this down. So 2 plus 4 plus 11 plus 13 plus another 13 plus 25, I think that was, plus 29 and plus 30. So you add every single number that is represented there. So you add and divide for the mean. So once you add all of those up, you need to divide it by how many numbers are in that data set. So you would count how many leaves there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you would divide all of that by 8.